In this video, I'm gonna give you a detailed guide on how to beat Ares and Maestro in the final mission in Marvel Contest Revolution. Let's get into it. Alright, so you almost beat the game. You're facing your final purple mission to beat Maestro. But before you can get to the Maestro, you have to beat Ares. So let's plan how we're gonna do it. First of all, I highly recommend hitting level 95 at least before you face the final mission, because level 95 you can unlock the top level 6 medkit. It's gonna be crucial. Next, you need to make sure that your automatic recovery use item is set to 75%. You don't want to die. This mission is long and annoying, and if you die in the end because you didn't equip the medkit in the right time, you're gonna feel pissed. Next step is to make sure you have the right skills. The most important skills for this fight are gonna be your single target damage, your highest guard break skills, and also skills that has some invincibility frames. Basically, every character has some skills that render them invincible during the certain animation during the skill. For example, Spider Swing for the Spider-Man. For the second half of the swing, the Spider-Man is fully invincible to any kind of damage. I know Doctor Strange has one. Here is the video. I don't remember the name of the move. I'm pretty sure every single character have at least one move with invincibility frames. It's not required, but it's gonna make your life much easier. Now, about the required power. You don't need to be 400,000 power to beat this battle. I beat it with 240,000 with my Doctor Strange, and I'm pretty sure it's even doable on even lower power, but obviously, the higher your power is, the easier it's gonna be. Now to the fight itself. The Ares has 3 stages. Let's break down every stage. Now, his attack pattern stays the same during the entire stage. He does the same thing in rotation. First of all, you need to understand which moves can kill you, one-shot you, which moves usually don't deal that much damage. Now, all the moves that are telegraphed by a giant orange rectangle or orange cross, those are the deadliest ones. You will get absolutely one shot, like this one. This will absolutely one-shot you, so I highly recommend keeping your distance every time he does orange rectangle moves. So let's talk about the best times to attack. There is 3 in first stage. First time, after he does his orange cross attack, he has the longest cooldown before the next attack. You can land a few really powerful shots. The next best time to attack is after he does 2 lunges. The first one is always telegraphed with the orange rectangle. He's gonna do the second one right after the first one. You don't need to dodge anything here. You just run in a circle and try to keep a distance from him. And attack after the second lunge. The third time to attack is when he throws his axes in the air and then catches them. During all the time, you can land a powerful attack to him. Now the second stage. He hits his second stage at about 4.5 cards, 3.5 cards left. You will see a message, Ares is overcome with something. That means the next stage has begun. His moveset changes a little bit. Now when we have an orange rectangle, he does not 2 lunges, but 3. And after those 3 lunges, he does 3 jumps. Again, lunges and jumps are deadly. You don't want to hit by any of those. Try to keep your distance during lunges, and during jumps, just run in a circle. He will not be able to land on you. It's pretty easy to dodge. You can attack both after the lunges and after the jumps. And of course, after the giant cross AoE attack as well. Don't be afraid when he throws these axes. They don't do that much damage. They can give you defense down, but honestly, if you're fighting this boss with pretty low health and pretty low power rating, you probably will die even without defense down if he lands one of his main attacks on you. So don't worry about those. Don't waste your dodges on them. Now the third stage begins at about 1.5 cards left. You can see again the message, Ares is overcome with madness. This means he's in his final stage, and this stage is a little bit different. He still does pretty much the same attacks, but it's going to be 4 lunges. It's going to be 4 jumps. And also when he does his cross AoE, he will be moving towards you. So make sure not to get stuck in the corner. Try to, by the time that you anticipate him to launch his cross AoE, make sure that you are not in the corner because you will have much harder time avoiding it. Don't be afraid to use dodges if you're in a bad position. As you see, after 4 launches, you can basically start attacking right away. Don't waste any time. Now, the 4th jump here is tricky. You need to make sure to run at an angle, because when he jumps, he releases a giant wave of fire that will one-shot you. So make sure when he lands, he's not pointed towards you. The best way to deal with this boss is just to count jumps and count launches that he does and just attack as soon as he does his final one. And of course, when he's guard broken, just go ham.
Oh boy, not good. I guess we're doing this. All out of webs. Massive partner lock. Oh boy, not good. Massive partner lock. All out of webs.
After you beat Ares, you will be introduced to Maestro. Now, the first fight with Maestro, you don't have to beat him all the way. You just need to get him down to 4 cards. The important thing here is that you have separate lives. As you know, you can revive once, but if you die during the first Ares and first Maestro fight, you will still have an extra life for the final Maestro fight. So again, first Ares and small Maestro fight, 1 life count. Big Maestro fight in the end, a separate life count. So you can technically die twice during this entire thing. Now, use this fight with Maestro to learn his attack patterns, what he does. And honestly, this is not difficult. Let's just move to the main fight with Maestro. That's where the stuff gets interesting. Now, Maestro has 2 main stages where his attacks drastically change. Stage 1, he has pretty simple moves. Let's talk about the moves you absolutely have to avoid because they will one-shot you. Move number 1 is the jump with the projectile in the end. When he leaps into the air, run. You do not want to get hit by it. Run away from the spot that he leaps in the air. Change direction. You need to change your location because where you just were when he leaped into the air, that's where he's gonna attack. So just run. Next move is the one that comes right after. He becomes, he has a green glow and he runs towards you. Now in this stage he's not dangerous, but he will release a burst of energy in the end of his move. That thing can one-shot you. Obviously every single move that's telegraphed by orange zone is deadly. You want to run, avoid those at all costs. This attack is pretty nasty as well. I got one shot by it multiple times. Now let's talk about his most devastating and difficult to dodge attack. His giant AoE. One of the most difficult things about Maestro is that the stage is extremely small, so there is not that many places to run, and when he does that massive AoE, there is a chance that it's gonna engulf the whole playing field, so the only way to dodge it is to actually use dodge in the right moment, or use a special skill that has invincibility frames. I've heard about some strategies where you need to basically keep him near the edge so he doesn't take the whole screen when he does that AoE. Honestly, I don't think it's that difficult to dodge. I think it's much better to just fight him as you feel comfortable, just to attack him as much as possible, and don't worry about your positioning. When he does the massive AoE, just dodge at exactly the moment where he is closing the circle. The moment the circle is fully formed and he is about to leap into the air, that's where you need to dodge. Make sure to have dodges available at all times just because of this move. And if you don't feel confident, use 2 dodges. 2 dodges are pretty much guaranteed to not die during that move. But most of the time, you will be able to avoid that move just by running into the safe zone. But if there is no safe zone, you have to dodge. About the now, when it comes to the best times to attack him, it's probably going to be... You can do pokes on him after every big move he makes. Do your biggest moves after he does the massive AoE jump. That's when he stands for a few seconds and you can land even long animation skills. If you started doing a move in a bad time and you see he's gonna wreck you, just use the dodge. It's gonna save you. Dodge can cancel out your animation and save you at any situation. Now his second main stage begins at about 2.5 cards. You can see a message, Maestro strikes the ground and lets his anger out. Now this is one of his new attacks. Pretty much he's gonna strike the ground and certain spots on the ground are gonna burst with a bleed damage. It doesn't do that much damage. The bleeds can be annoying, but if you have medkits, you will be able to heal it. Honestly, second stage, in my opinion, is even easier than the first stage because even though there's 2 new attacks, one is the Bleed, Earthshake, and the second one are the Meteorites that just fall from the sky, neither of those attacks are actually deadly to you. You can tank a couple of them usually. You don't want to get too much damage because he can kill you with his subsequent attacks, but those are pretty easy to avoid, and he doesn't have any new deadly moves, so the last stage is not that bad at all.
Spectacular. Massive partner block.
During this stage, just run around, find a safe spot and just stay there until all the rockets are done, and then just continue with attacking this boy.
Not good. All out of webs. Oh boy, not good.
On this stage, if you see that you're getting hit by the thing, just move over. That's pretty much it. So as we watch me fully destroy this Maestro, I want to give a few final tips. Now, I've heard people saying that it doesn't matter how many times you do it, it's all about just understanding his pattern. I completely disagree with this. I feel like I've completed this guy on Doctor Strange, it took me 9 tries. Then on Spider-Man, even though he's a bit more powerful, it took me 2 tries. And I didn't even die a single time during my final run. So my tip here would be, just keep trying. Every single time you do it, you're gonna get better at it, and it's gonna be easier and easier to beat him next time. Your muscle memory will get accustomed to all his attacks. You will have a better understanding of his moves and patterns, and you will be able to react much better to everything that's happening during the fight. Also, it takes a while to get to this fight. Every time you fail, I know it's frustrating. So if you are level 100, if you actually became level 100 before facing this battle, which is possible, you can technically basically complete all the side missions and be level 100 even before you get here. You can go to Maestro Blitz and run it a couple times, even without rewards. Just practice fighting against Maestro. It's gonna save you so much time during the final fight, because you won't have to complete Ares and all other fights before the final Maestro fight, and you will be able to know all his patterns. He is exactly the same in the Blitz as he is in the story, maybe a little bit less.
Oh boy, not good.
Now you beat Maestro. Congratulations. Welcome to the Dark Zone. Welcome to Extreme and Ultimate Raids. You won the game. Good luck doing this on the rest of your characters. If this video was helpful to you guys, I spent many hours editing it to deliver the best kind of information, the best kind of guide on this fight there is on the YouTube, and I hope I succeeded. So if you enjoyed the video, if it helped you get through the fight, I would highly appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm working on many similar guides for other fights, for other aspects of the game, and just simple fun gameplay. If you want to come hang out, play some Marvel Future Revolution, you're always welcome on Star and Sky Marvel channel. Thank you so much for support, guys. Hulk is now the new ruler of Sakaar. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.